What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Saturday night iRacing Super Stock League. This is the Super Truck Series, season number 2, race 4 at Talladega as we get ready to go racing here tonight. Qualifying, just finishing up. Let's go through tonight's sponsors. How's everybody doing here tonight? Let me get rid of that real quick. Let's go ahead and do our sponsors here tonight, as we have all of them in one. Sorry about that, guys. This is the iRacing Superstock League. Make sure you go to their Facebook, give them a like. Don't forget, we have Jack Dowell Motorsports. Go check out their simulators for esports over on Facebook. Need a paint? Go check out Warrior Wraps as they support this league. McConey Setup Shop. Then we have JB Racing Designs, and let's not forget Butt Kicker down there in the bottom left as we get ready to go racing here tonight. Let's go through tonight's starting grid. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, so on the pole, we have Kenneth Stamper. Second place, Finn Robinson. Third place, we have our points leader, Kevin Winker. Then we have Patrick Baldwin Jr. starting in fourth. Brad Neer in fifth. William in sixth. Andrew starting in that seventh position. JR starting in eighth. Tony Burt starting ninth. Mark Brewster starting in that 10th position. We got more starting in 11th. John starting in the 12th. Justin in 13th, Christopher Howell in 14th, Brian in 15th, Ernst in 16th, and Derek Rowley rounding out the field in that 17th position. Guys, don't forget to give it a like and a share as we get ready to go racing here tonight. Sorry, guys, I hear a lot of talking in the back. Normally, I don't have it on. I'm going to go ahead and turn that down for now as they take off from the start-finish line. Getting ready to go green flag racing. We have one lap of pacing, and we're going to start race number 4 of the series. Should be a while when we are halfway through the season. We've seen Finn have some good races, but run across some bad luck in that number 28. Will tonight be the night that he can pull out a victory here in that number 28 up on the high side? Getting people up in here. What's up, everybody? Make sure you say hello in the chat. Don't forget to like, share, and follow if you haven't already as we get ready to go green flag here tonight. Yeah, you had to make sure you tagged everybody in it, huh, Kevin, before you got in the car. That's what took you a little bit. The grid, I see that. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. I got the side-by-side already for once we get racing, as Kenneth is going to bring him to the green flag in that Jack Dowell Motorsports number 30 here tonight. We got 50 laps at Dega. Can he pull in the victory? Or could it be somebody like John Ernst, a regular here at ISSL? Been a while since we've seen him up towards the front trying to take in a victory. At least me. But he's a regular. He's been here since the beginning with Ian. Pace car's about to pull off. And Kenneth is going to drive him down to the start-finish line. Sorry, guys. I've been fighting a cold for about the last week. So if I get a little bit quiet or sniffly, you know why? It's the green flag's about to come out. Green flag is out as they head down to the start-finish line, side by side, door to door. Finn doesn't have a whole lot of help as the 7 pushes up to the top. Finn kind of by himself on the high side. That's not going to help him any. He's going to try and work that side draft as they come through turns number 1 and 2. Here comes some help. That's Tony Burritt in that number 72 trying to close in as we got a blinker down on the bottom side. Side by side from second on back. Here comes the help for Finn Robinson. They're making a big push down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3. Finn out to the front, now with a push as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Out of turn 4 to the outside lane. Out of 4, if they're side by side, usually has a huge advantage. But here comes the bottom side fighting in through the tri-oval. Side by side, heading to the line. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's going to be Kenneth by about a nose as they complete lap number 1. Side by side for first and second, the number 6, Andrew, having some issues with his connection. He had disappeared for a minute there. Now he's back as they come down the back straightaway. We got one bailing out down to the bottom. We got, who is that? That is the 78, nope, 76 of Brad Neer. Backs it up, gets out of that front draft. I'm sure it was nerve-wracking having that blinking car right behind you. Now the 6 of Andrew on the back end of Kenneth as they come down the front straightaway, heading towards the tri-oval to complete lap number 2. Guys, I made some adjustments. If the car noises aren't loud enough, let me know, or if they're too loud. As we complete lap number 2, still side by side at the front of the pack. Who was going to get the advantage? How long are they going to run side by side? This is Dega, though. There's plenty of room. These guys could easily do 3 wide. Here comes Finn dropping down to the bottom. He's going to take the lead on the bottom side as Tony's going to get the run and the push up high. Side by side into turn number 3. Finn wants to get that lap led. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Kenneth pushing Finn down towards the line as Tony has outside going with a 0-0 William on his back bumper. Heading down to the start-finish line, it's going to be, I think Tony got him at the line. Oh, it doesn't matter what Finn does. It just seems to not work here tonight. As he's now getting the advantage down on the bottom side. Can he lead this lap, get those bonus points as we come down the back straightaway? Top side going to always get the run down the back straightaway if they're organized at all. In the trucks, especially. Heading down towards turn number 3, side by side at the front of the pack. Tony has the advantage, but here comes Finn fighting back on the inside. 2 trucks on the inside, 4 on the outside. That outside should have the advantage as we come through turns number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Finn needs Kenneth on his back bumper as they are side by side for the lead. Heading to the start-finish line, it looks like Tony is definitely going to lead this lap. No question about it. Terry, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Tony's going to drop down to the inside. It's a 0-0. Let's go, Kevin. Yeah. Kevin's taking it easy right now. He's got a points lead. He doesn't want to get caught up in something unnecessary as these guys race it out hard up at the front of the pack. Still side by side for the lead. If it gets a little bit calmer, I'll go side by side and we'll go through the field and check out some of these cars as we come out of turn number 4. Still side by side for the lead with Finn on the high side. Can Finn get that advantage? Is it just me or does that 0-0 have some nose damage already? Might just be the paint. As you come down to the line, it's going to be Finn this time by. He finally gets that lap led. I think it's just me. We're going to go take a look at that 0-0 on the nose. Yeah, it's just the paint. Man, it was painted to a point where I thought there was a gap in the hood. But that 0-0 looking just fine as we head down the back straightaway, still side by side at the front of the pack. These guys not letting up as Finn's going to drop back down to the bottom side. Can William get to the front? He's got the 78 of JR behind him as they come out of turn number 4. We got, let's see. Let's take a look at this. We have we have like 7 cars running here in this pack. Let's make it 8 cars running in this lead pack. 6 of them Chevys, the rest, 1 Ford and 1 Toyota out here, as the Toyota's pushing that 00, as the Ford's pushing that 00 out to the front. Bill side by side, top side definitely getting some advantage as we come down the back straightaway. Almost 2 cars cleared. Bottom side fighting back as we head towards turn number 3. Side by side, and both the drivers on the top side able to get down before turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Here comes the top side again. Finn moves up high. He's got the 72 of Tony behind him. They're going to try and make a run back to the front, but I'll tell you what, Williams going to lead this time by as we complete 7 laps here tonight. Thomas, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Guys, don't forget to get the likes and shares out here as we are still side by side for the lead. We haven't had a whole lap of no side by side. These guys have been side by side for the lead every single lap here so far. Good clean racing here up at the front of the pack as Finn tries to move down. Oh no, it's getting a little crazy up there at the front. Finn tried to move down, it wasn't there. He moved back up, that almost wasn't there. Side by side through 3 and 4. So getting a little hairy there as they come out of turn number 4, but everybody keeps it straight down the front straightaway. Here comes William with a push back down on the front side. Finn comes down, almost doesn't have room to come back up again. Williams going to lead this lap by. Top row trying to push on the high side. They got a little bit more help as the 51 of John has joined this party. Oh, Tony just bailed on Finn. Tony to the bottom side. Looks like these guys might end up going single file. They're trying to figure it out here as we come down the back straightaway. Oh, no, they're just switching. Tony's going up to the front of the high side. He wants to lead some laps. What's up, Nick? Thank you for the like. Through turns number 3 and 4. The bottom side definitely with the clear advantage. Will the top side continue to try and push? Yes, they do. Down the front straightaway. The 72 of Tony with a nice run up on the high side with Finn on his back bumper. Heading to come across the line this time by, it's going to be Tony. Tony by a bumper at the line to lead lap number 9. Good side-by-side racing up here as these guys battle it out back and forth for the lead. Not a whole lot to look to other than this 17 truck on the track. Definitely some respect, but these guys are racing hard. Down through turn number 3 and 4. It is so close for the lead as here comes the top side again. The bottom side a little less organized as Tony's getting a run with Finn on his back bumper. Coming to the line as we got the 62. Looking to the outside, almost making it 3 wide. That was Mark Brewster up on the high side. He decides to get back in line. Top side is starting to get definitely organized. What are you trying to start fights, David? No, I'm just kidding. It depends on the track. I'll tell you what. Hosting it, I'll tell you, the racing seems to be cleaner at the daytime. I don't know what it is. I think we get so entrenched into iRacing. Our personalities are different when the lights are on over than when the sun's out. It is weird. Out of turn number 4, it just seems like there's a lot more respect, and it's honestly a little bit more calmer, even when the racing's like this, when it's daytime out. Heading to the start-finish line, Finn's going to lead this lap this time by, as here comes Tony fighting back on the inside. side by side for that lead. Bottom side starting to get a little bit of advantage. They got a lot of people somewhat organized on that top side. It's looking like that top side could definitely prevail, but here comes some help on the bottom side. We have the 65 of Derek Raleigh down on the bottom side trying to get up in this battle. As they roll through turn number 3 and 4. 8 cars side by side down the front straightaway. Heading to the start finish line. It's been this way every lap. Oh my God, that got close. As Finn leads that lap that time by definitely a little bit of chaos there. As Finn's able to get to the bottom side. Give Finn that lead back in that number 28 as the top side seems to have lost some momentum. Can they fight back? Here they come back on the high side. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go side by side and let's go into the 30 of Kenneth. A cockpit view as we watch from Kenneth's view as they push down the straightaway. Heading through the tri-oval as Kenneth tries to push these guys down the front straightaway. Definitely a lot of room for these guys, as you can see in your screen, that they're still side by side, but everybody definitely being respectful as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Finn continues to lead the pack in that number 28 as we sit on board with Kenneth in that number 30. Down the back straightaway. Heading into turn number 3 and 4. Side by side through the pack. How many rows do we have? Is the top side starting to get some momentum as they come down the front. We got a little checkup there. You definitely see the checkups more. Oh yeah, I get that. It definitely looks crisper, cleaner, like the cars have a realer look. And trucks. I get that. Down the front straightaway, heading into turn number 1. On board with Kenneth as he steers this number 30 through turn number 1 and 2. He's going to get up on the back bumper. That's the 62 of Mark Brewster right in front of him as they try to push that outside lane forward. There we go. Kenneth in that 30. Trying to get this side to work. It looks like, do we have a lap car up ahead? That is Andrew Moore up ahead of these guys. How will these guys get around it? We're going to see how crazy this lap car may affect these guys as they come down the back straightaway. Hopefully they catch them in the back straightaway as we watch Kenneth move down to the bottom side. It actually might get him to clean up. Down the back straightaway. Now look at Kenneth. He can't see anything. He has no clue where that lap car is right now. He's just assuming the lap car is still on the high side. Now he can see him as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to move down to the bottom side as they catch the lap car through 3 and 4. Lap car up on the high side. These guys wanted to get down low. Andrew Moore now 1 lap down. I think he started from the pits. Kind of sitting around that 8th position just to tell you how close this front pack is as they come down the front straightaway heading towards turn number 2. Jump on the nose of this number 30. Jack Dowell Motorsports number 30 out here wheeling it, looking for some lucky charms. He's looking for that pot of gold at the end of the race. Moves to the high side, up above the 65. He's closing in on the 62 of Mark. Look how close these guys run as they come through turns number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. Still side by side for the lead. Tony leads this lap that time by. Through turns number 1 and 2. Tony out front drops in front of Finn as they run through turns number 1 and 2. Down through 3 and 4, 3 wide back there for third. 3 wide, easily done at this track. The 00 is going to have the opportunity to move down this time by. Moves down to the bottom side. That's William in that 00. He got stuck in the middle of that one. Comes out of this one in fourth. Good move for him as they start to clean up at the front. Here comes the top side though. JR moves to the high side. They're going to make it 2x2 once again. Tony moves to the high side to block the top run. They're going to take him 3 wide. Well, at least somebody's going to take him 3 wide. Who's that? Up there in the high side. That is JR in that number 78. He's trying to get that Ford to work. He's falling back in the pack. Falls back in the pack. Top 6. Funny story. Almost 7. All Chevrolets in the top 7 as we come down the front straightaway. Heading across the line is Tony trying to work both sides. They're going to split them. They're definitely getting aggressive with the blocking. 3 wide. Down through 1 and 2. William gets stuck on the outside. He's going to fall back. No help up top. But guys, expect them to be 3 wide at the end of this one. Somebody can organize and take it to the top side. There's plenty of room easily to do 3 wide here, and I expect we're going to see it as we head down through turns number 3 and 4. Guys, how's the car sound? Does it need to go up a little bit, or does it need to go down? I got a request to turn it up the other day, and now I need to find my sweet spot again. Still at the front, side by side, we got Tony on the bottom. JR up top. JR leads that lap. Clean racing so far. Can we go green to checkered with no yellow? Door to door at the front. As this intensifies, as we've completed 20 laps here in the race. Okay, just making sure. I think I found the spot that I was in before after I turned it up for somebody. Down through turn number 3 and 4. I noticed yesterday that it was louder than my voice, and you couldn't hear me hardly over it. It was just kind of overpowering, so I had to turn it back down some. Down the front straightaway, still side by side. I think these guys only know how to race side by side here. They have not gone single file all race. We had about maybe 1 lap where they were single file. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Still 2x2 for 5 rows. Top 10, all side by side. Our points leader back in the 14th position. These guys are back here in this pack, but don't count them out. They got more than enough, and they're definitely close enough to be able to catch this front group. These guys are just waiting to make sure the big one doesn't happen and they don't get caught up in it. They have no fast repairs on here. So if they do wreck, that could be the end of their night. More than likely will be the end of their night. You get some damage on these trucks. It definitely does not want to be fast. Aerodynamics playing a huge factor here at Talladega. Still side by side for the lead. JR on top, Tony down low. JR leads that lap again. I just realized Nick became a follower. Thank you, Nick, if you're still out there. Heading down into turn number 1 and 2. As we come down the back straightaway, still side by side all the way through the field. Well, all the way through the field. For the 2 rows, not all the way through the field. There's so many fans there. It's probably warmer in Talladega than it is in central New York where I'm at. That is a packed crowd for a truck race, I have to say. I definitely have to agree with you. Side by side, up at the front is JR. Leads that lap by a whole car length. Will he move to the bottom? Through 1 and 2, still side by side. He stayed up top with the 00 William. Down the back straightaway. Here comes the reinforcements on the top. This doesn't look to be ending anytime soon as these guys want to continue that side by side. This is good though. This is going to get them ready for the end. This has the potential to be an amazing finish here tonight. These guys are running ultra clean. You know, I always say these Dega races, however many laps they are, it's like this one's 47 laps of practice, 3 laps of racing, and these guys are definitely getting some practice in for those last 3 laps. Will we see 3 and 4 wide coming to the line here tonight? It's looking like we have that kind of potential. Through turns number 1 and 2, still side by side for the lead. I've seen top split races where they haven't run this straight down the straightaways. These guys doing an amazing job here tonight as William blinks a little bit. That could create an issue here tonight. The blinking at a super speedway can be so treacherous to the racing as these guys are so close. Netcode already becoming a major issue because of the higher speeds. So if these guys do not have the connection they need at the end when they really get pushing, it could cause total chaos as they come to the line this time by. You can see how it hurt that momentum on the high side when William blinked there. As JR's definitely lost a little bit of ground on the lead. He's going to push back now as William seems to have that connection figured out as they head through turn number 1 and 2. We're going to go ahead and, you know, it's relatively mild right now. We're going to go back to the side by side. We're going to jump on the nose of these cars. Take a look at their sponsors. We got JR right there in that Folds of Honor Ford F-150. Down at the front, we got Tony Burrett in that 72 as they get a big run on the high side. We got William in that 00 DuPont Chevrolet. I missed John. We got John in that number 51. Right behind him, we got Finn in the 28. William pushing back. And then we got Kenneth Stamper in that Jack Dowell Motorsports. Number 30 here tonight, having a good run. He's been in that top 10 all night. We got Andrew in this number 6. It looks like he's got his internet connection issue put together. Brian up on the high side in this number 11 machine. And then we got Derek looking for a little bit of magic, maybe finding that that pot of gold at the end of the race here tonight in that number 65, currently running 9th. Mark Brewster and that number 62. Christopher Howell sitting there in the 11th spot. We got Justin Michael in the 87, currently in 12th. John Ernst in the 71 F-150 in 13th. Kevin, our points leader, in this number 42 Chevy Silverado, out here trying to get these points, stay out of trouble. He's got that points lead, currently in that 14th position. Patrick Baldwin Jr. in the number 7 Full Sail University Toyota Tundra, currently in 15th. Brad Neer in that number 76 F-150. Uh-oh, we got issues. What happened? Oh, Kenneth just blinked. Okay, I thought we had issues. It looks like we had a blinker up at the front. Brad Neer, that's where we were at. And then we got Andrew Moore. He started from the pits. I don't know if he had connection issues or what. In the 315, good wrench service Chevy Silverado, trying to put some laps in here tonight. If he can get a caution, he'll get back on the lead lap and have an opportunity in that 315. It definitely is looking clean here tonight. We go back here, back up to the front as they continue to run side by side down into turn number 3. Not a whole lot has changed. Still side by side, as you see in the side by side view on the right hand of the screen, where they really just continued to run side by side that whole time. It didn't change. It's almost like they're in their own races. As JR continues to lead laps on that high side, getting that advantage. He's got a good run going here tonight. He's got some potential to win this thing in that number 78, as he's definitely showed some speed and some guts as we come down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4, still side by side for the lead. JR with a little bit of an advantage. Can he push the rest of the way out? Here comes pit stops. We got pit stops coming. Oh, Finn. These guys are diving onto pit road. Oh my God, they cooked it in. Mark Brewster. Was he too fast onto pit road in that number 62? He smoked those tires coming in. Oh, I think he's probably got a penalty here in that number 62. He definitely came in hot. So all chaos breaking out as they come down onto pit road. We're going to go back to the side-by-side so we can watch the leaders and jump on pit road, see what's going on here. Sounds like the 78. We got a group coming in this time by, I believe. As these guys come up pit road, Finn's going to come off first. But Mark Brewster, I believe he's got a penalty here. And so does the 72. The 72 of Tony Burrett. He's been out front all day. Kenneth Stamper, he's still on pit road. All these guys, I believe, getting pit road penalties. Devastating. As we got a whole bunch more. We got the whole next set onto pit road. As Finn comes across the commitment cone onto the back straightaway. These guys are going to get together as we watch pit stop starting over there on the left side of the screen for the top group. It'll switch on the right side once Finn comes around, if he takes the lead when they merge on, as we watch these guys figuring out where they're going to be on pit road. Here they come off pit road. So there's the leaders. We're going to get an idea of where everybody's at. Coming off of pit road now, that is Justin Michael in the lead. Oh, we got one through the grass, Derek. What a save. All right, so everybody's starting to merge in, and it's going to get a little crazy here, as we definitely have all kinds of chaos happening on the track. We're going to go back to that single view. We're going to jump on board with Justin as Finn tries to close in as we come down the back straightaway. So Justin in the number 87 has the lead. Looks like the 62 of Mark Brewster. He's going a lap down. Andrew Moore had to go on pit road. He was already a lap down, got back on the lead lap, but that's not going to hold up unless we get a caution right now. But this splitting up the field as they come to 18 laps to go, that's probably not going to happen. So Justin and Christopher single file, first and second, as Brad, Andrew, and Patrick get single file right behind them. Oh no, we got a lap car in here, which says the 62. So that is Mark Brewster in the 62 in that group there. Right behind him, we got another group. Patrick, man, this field is so spread out right now as we come down the back straightaway. So we're going to go back side by side as we skim through the pack. That way you guys can see what's going on in the front as the top 5 have gotten back together. It might not be the top 5. I think it's the top 4 with the lap car. All right, yeah, so top 4 with the lap car at number 62. But Patrick Baldwin leading the second pack. These guys need to get organized and hope those front guys start racing because these guys are 4.7 seconds back from that main group up on the right side. So we got 17 laps to go. Can these guys catch that front group? Our points leader currently in 6th position, having a good pit stop. These guys are trying to push to this group. They are not catching them because they're racing side by side. Looks like they're catching. Let's see, who are they catching? They're catching some lap cars up front, the 72 and the 30, both going a lap down here. As pit stops definitely didn't favor those guys here tonight, as these guys just need to get single file. They are racy in this group. Currently, right now, Finn leading this group. They are 5.4 seconds. All this racing, they've lost 1 second just about on that lead group since the last time I said how much time it was between. So we watched the second group racing side by side. That's 5th on back. Top 4 having a great day up at the front, single file. With a lap car to help. So Mark Brewster just hanging on to the tail end of that lead group. And they're going to gain some more lap cars as those lap cars get lapped. It looks like Tony and Kenneth are going to stay up there with them. That's going to help them. They finally get single file here. Let's see if they stay single file. Let's see if John can get on the back bumper of that number 28 and push these guys forward. Now 6.3 seconds back. They've lost 2 seconds just trying to figure out how to run it to go catch that lead group. They may be in trouble here without a caution. Can they catch him? Let me know in the chat. Can this group catch him as we head through turns number 1 and 2? Oh, they are getting racy up at the front group. That's going to help this group. Let's see how much it affects them. Let's watch these gaps close. It should close. We'll see. It's the front group side by side. I think you got lap cars fighting for their laps back. That is treacherous for those leaders when those lap cars want to race for their lap back. These guys trying to stay single file in the top 4. The guys a lap down want to either get their lap back the hard way or be the first car 1 lap down. As you can see that on the outside, as the 30 of Kenneth is pushing Tony to get Tony on the lead lap and put him the first car 1 lap down. But then they got to be careful with the bump drafting. Bump drafting, if you happen to bump when the caution comes out, it will take that lucky dog away from you. So many things playing a factor up at the front group. They are catching them in the second group. Now they're starting to catch them a little bit as they get organized and that group gets racy. They got it now down a half a second, less than 6 seconds back in the second group. Ben leading the way in group number 2 with John behind him, Patrick Bolden, Kevin Winker, J.R. Miller, Derek, and Brian in this group. All single file trying to catch that lead group. They are closing as the lead groups are side by side racing with those lap cars. Leaders wishing the lap cars would just drop down and get out of the way. It'd be a 4-way battle, but these guys are going to try and change this up. Down the back straightaway. They are not closing. They've lost time. Now 6.3 seconds back. What do they got to do to catch them? The front group is racing side by side with the lap cars as the second group is single file, cannot catch them. Lead pack and on the right side. Second group single file on the left side. Good. Looks like Tony's going to get to the front. And almost, if you're the leaders, it's almost like let those lap cars get that lap. If we go green the rest of the way, there's still not going to be a factor. And we're going to pull away from that second group. Even though they're doing it anyway, they are pulling away, running side by side. That is insane. What is the second group doing wrong? Now 6.6 seconds back. So the second group losing ground on the lead group. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. doesn't make sense as we head through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straight for our leaders. 6.3 seconds ahead. It looks like the bottom group finally gaining a little bit of momentum in the right direction. Oh, we got a wreck somewhere. They're wrecking somewhere. Yellow flag comes out. Yo! It looked like the 7 might have just gotten the wall. Did Patrick just get the wall dodging the wrecking cars? He did. He's got damage on the right side of that number 7. Okay, caution flag is out. Let's go take a look and see what happened here. Oh, Tony gets turned by the leader out in front. Wow. Watch the number 7 here. Ooh, 7 smokes the wall. Our points leader almost caught up in that one. Yellow flag is out, but Patrick has some work to do on that number 7. It's not too bad. He should be all right. He should be all right. All right, we're going to go back up to the front. It's getting salty out there. Getting salty as Justin leads the field in that number 87. Justin out front. Christopher Howell in second. Brad Neer in third. Finn in fourth. John in fifth. So we got Kevin, Patrick, Andrew, JR, and Derek all on pit road right now as we are working caution flag number 1, 9 laps to go. All right, they are discussing this here. They're not going to issue a penalty on this one. As Justin leads the field in that number 87. These guys had it made. Lap cars definitely can be dangerous here. As we are going to have, let's see, 8... We're going to have a 6 or 7 lap shootout here, guys. This is going to be exciting. You don't want to go anywhere. Now's the time to share the stream as it is going to be wild. These guys have been running hard, but respectful. I think that respect is going to start going out the window here as these guys want to take the victory and get those points. Who's going to potentially steal a victory here today? Can Justin hold them off in that number 1 position, or will somebody from the back come up through it? Tony in a bad position. And that number 7 machine, he's now going to be the last car on the track after he gets turned around. Andrew Moore lap down. Mark Brewster. Kenneth Stamper was the lucky recipient of the lucky dog. Gets him back on the lead lap. He's got an opportunity to win this one if it goes green the whole way. You can't count anybody out. This is Dega, baby. Dega. All right. Let's see if we get 1 to go this time by. Oh, Pit road looks like it's closed. We may be getting one to go this time by. We're going to have a 7-lap shootout if we do. 7 laps. Can we go 7 laps without a caution? We just went, what, 41 laps without a caution? It is 1 to go. Justin chooses the outside for the restart. So we are going to have Christopher Howell on the bottom side getting pushed by Brad Neer. And we're going to have Justin Michael pushed by Finn Robinson up on the top side when we go back green flag. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait. What about you, Ian? So about half the lead lap cars or so did pit on that one. About half the lead lap cars. Well, we're going to check. We got Tony in the 72. He's going to be fighting for a lap back. Mark in the 62. And Andrew Moore, he's been out of this thing since the beginning after not starting with the rest of the field and it going green so long. Can he make his way up to get the lucky dog here tonight and somehow luck out of a bad situation in that 315? He's definitely needing some help. All right. All right, we are side by side. Side by side, all the way through the pack. Can we stay this way for 7 laps, or are we going to get another caution? Pace car's about to pull out, and we got Justin Michael in that 87 leading these guys to the green flag. I kind of expect him to get pushed out and move his way. All right, green flag is out as we head down towards turn number 1. Heading down into turn number 1, side by side for the lead. Side by side for about every position on the track as we head to turn number 1 and 2. How will this one end? Will the victory get taken away from Justin because of the caution? Or can he hold on the high side? Finn giving him a push down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3. Side by side still for the lead. Christopher Howell down on the bottom side. Justin Michael up high. Out of turn number 4, top lane losing momentum. Justin can't like where he's at. He had a good place earlier. Now stuck up on the high side, having to fight for his life. Here comes the third lane. The third lane trying to work. 6 laps to go. They're trying to get that top side to work as it looks like Andrew and I think Derek. Yeah, that's Derek up there with him. Coming through turn number 1 and 2 up on the third lane. Can they get that third lane to work? Looks like they might get more help from William in that 0-0. So 3 lanes starting to organize. We haven't seen this all day. They're going to be 3 by 3 all the way through the field as we head into turn number 3. That's a whole lot of 3s, guys. Through turns number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Watch and see at the top they can get some momentum as they come down the straightaway. Here comes the 6. Andrew in that number 6. He's got a push from Derek. Coming to the line. Who's going to lead this lap? 5 laps to go. 3 by 3 all the way through as Andrew comes down and gives Justin a little kiss on the door. Down through turns number 1 and 2. Side by side through the field. Third lane. Losing a little bit of momentum. Can they gain it back? Oh, that was sketchy. As the 72 trying to get back up to the front. Tony wants to get his lap back the hard way again. Oh, they are all over the place up at the front. Tony trying to work into his own lucky dog position, get out in the front the hard way. The 72 is a lap down. Here comes Finn moving to the high side. 3 wide coming across the line. Or, sorry, coming into the tri-oval. Tony pushing Finn as they come across the line. It is Christopher Howell up front with 4 laps to go. Through turns number 1 and 2, that is intensifying through the pack. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. These guys putting on some crazy moves. Wow, this is insane. 3 wide, all the way through the pack. Oh, Kenneth tries to move down. It's not there. Justin caught in the middle of the Hornet's nest in that 87. He can't like where he's at. He was well out in front by himself before that caution. Coming across the line, we are going to get 3 laps to go. This is, oh, Derek, not clear high. Caution flag is coming out. Oh, no caution. This is just a single car crash. That is just in the 0-0. We're going to go side by side. Yeah, I agree. I don't know how that didn't wreck the entire field. Let's back this up as we watch him still at the front of the pack. Let's see exactly what happened here. Oh, it was an accord. It was according to Tony. Tony just tagged Finn in the bumper and cut Finn down. That's what took out that 0-0. What a wild one here as they are still side by side. Side by side coming up to the green flag. Or sorry, green flag, white flag. We got 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps to go. I am all kinds of lost. I need to take the headset off. They are talking way too much. Williams stops down on the apron in that 0-0. Down the back straightaway. It is absolutely crazy. Side by side all the way through the field. Oh, they got a little bit of contact further back. Tony being ultra uber aggressive as the 6 car gets put in the wall. Coming to the line. 1 lap to go when they hit the start finish line. 1 more lap to go. Who's going to lead to the white flag? It's going to be Christopher. With 1 to go as they are side by side for second on back. The 6 of Andrew taking some damage there. Through turns number 1 and 2. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Look at the craziness. We got Christopher on the bottom side. Justin up high. The top lane with Finn trying to organize. Through turns number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be at the line? Christopher has it going pretty well down on that bottom side. Out of turn number 4. Derek jumps to the high side in that number 65. Coming to the line, we are 3 and 4. Big wreck, big wreck. It looks like it's going to be JR taking the victory as the whole field crashes. JR, John, and Andrew. 1, 2, 3, what a finish. Wow. Big wreck. Coming to the line. Let's go see what happened there. Finn brings it home 4th. Oh my God, this. Oh, the 88 came up on the pack. Oh no. The 88, Christopher came to come back up off the yellow line. Took out the field. Let's look from the blimp. And he just sweeps the track when he comes up. Nowhere for anybody to go. Then JR comes to the line. He takes the victory as everybody wrecks. JR taking the victory here. Doing those donuts. You earned it, buddy. We're going to go ahead and... All right, we're going to go ahead and see who we got in Discord. What a wild one here tonight. Wow. So we got Andrew. Go ahead and bring in our third place finisher as we watch our winner, JR, celebrate. Andrew James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, what a wild one tonight. I mean, it was a lot of clean racing there up until we get that caution with, what, about 10 to go?
Yeah. I mean, I was in a spot. I adjusted my fuel to barely make it, just to have a faster pit stop and get away from the guys. And it was just the four of us. I was hoping it was going to be just the four of us all the way to the finish, but then the caution came out.
You know, I watched you back there. It looks like you got a little bit of contact with the lap car of Tony there. Got put up in the wall. It almost looks like it was a blessing for you.
It was. I mean, I told the 28 to stay up high because we were 3 wide because we had to check up because something happened on the backstretch. And I told him to stay up high. I'll be right behind you all the way because once I get into that third lane, I have so much momentum. I can side draft people. I can get really close to them. But I guess Tony didn't see me there, and I got put in the wall.
Oh, that sucks, but still, great finish for you here tonight. You got any friends? I mean, it doesn't suck too bad now because it actually worked out for you, but you got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Just shout out to my family if they watch this. Friends, if they watched it. I know Kyle hasn't made it to the last 2 races, but hey, I'm going for the championship for you, buddy.
Well, great run here tonight. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch you. Go enjoy this podium and go get him next week.
Hell yeah. This time let's actually get first place.
Hopefully. You got to get 2 more better.
I know.
All right, buddy. Enjoy.
You too, man. Have a good night.
You too. All right, so we're going to pull in. Well, it's been a while since I talked to you. John James in the booth. You got a copy?
Go ahead.
Man, it's been a while. I know you've been running these Ian races for a while, and I was talking about it earlier. I said, does John have an opportunity to win this one? And man, all hell broke loose after that race there. You sneak away with a second place finish. You got to feel great about that.
Yeah, I do. I usually don't have too much luck with these races, but I guess today was on my side a little bit.
Yeah, I know, and you and I had gone back a ways with Ian here, and you've been grinding out with his races for a long time. It's got to feel good to get a good finish here and knowing that you still have 2 more races to potentially get yourself in a good position in this points.
Yeah, I hope the rest of the season works out well for me. It does feel good after, how long I've been racing for Ian and stuff to finally put out a decent finish.
Definitely, for sure. And it was good to see you out there. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I'd just like to thank my wife for putting up with my iRacing and Ian for putting on these good races.
Well, enjoy that second place, and maybe you could one up it next week.
I hope so.
All right, buddy. Congrats.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah. All right, John, with that second place finish, good finish for him. But we're going to bring in the man, the myth, the legend, well, the race winner anyway. JR James in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, James.
Man, do you go by JR or Junior?
JR.
Okay. All right, man. What a crazy one today. The whole field gets wiped out, and here comes the 78 popping out to steal the victory here tonight, man. You led a lot of laps earlier, a lot of hard side-by-side battling before that caution, before the pit stops happened. You know you had a good car, man. It has to feel good to make it through there and come out the winner.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I mean, I've been waiting for one of these wins. I've been, running with these guys since the beginning of season 2, and been there, but been in some accidents and. Some not my fault, some my fault. And finally one goes my way. led them laps early, thanks to William for pushing me around, there for a couple laps. But yeah, just that end, I had actually a little bit of front nose damage, and I knew I was going to have to stay behind somebody until the last second, and I never imagined it was going to go out like that.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. It's like the whole track got swept there, and only a few cars made it out, and you were one of them. And man, it was what was that relief when you were coming through that pack of cars crashing?
Well, I really didn't know, because I seen them all kind of go high, and I thought for sure somebody was gonna bounce off the wall or bounce off another truck and just clip me in the right rear, and then turn me at the same time. But once I got a few feet down the track, and then I realized I was catching, I believe it was John on the outside. I was like, well, hell yeah, I've actually got a chance here.
Yeah, it actually looks like you had a pair of Johns get together, which helped you get that victory there. I know looked like you were going to pass John. It was going to be close, but they got a little bit of contact down there at the bottom of the track, and it just it seemed like that helped you take the victory here tonight, man. Any friend, or sorry, that wasn't even John. That was the 315 of Andrew Moore, I think, that got him. Man, you got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to for this great finish? As we watch the replay.
You know what? I got to give thanks to my girlfriend. I race go-karts for hobbies for 20 plus years, and I've been talking about getting iRacing. And she surprised me a couple Christmases ago and got me the computer, and then I've just been adding on, for the last 2 years. So I really like joining running these leagues. I want to thank, Ian Martin, for putting this up, and then you guys for broadcasting, and all the guys I get to race with every Saturday. So it's a lot of fun.
It's definitely a lot of fun to watch you guys, man. Go enjoy this victory, and it's a tough group. You never know when you're going to get another one and catch the right breaks. So enjoy this one while you got it.
Oh, I will. I said, like you said, you just never know when it's going to go your way, and when it finally does, it feels good.
Well, go enjoy the victory, and I will catch you next week.
All right. 10-4. Thanks, James.
No problem, bud. Have a good one. All right, so that is JR Miller with the victory here tonight. As you've seen him sneak it through, let's go ahead and go through tonight's results. Man, you know he is happy. He's got to be happy. That was an absolute riot to watch. I can only imagine how it was to be in it. As we got J.R. Miller with the victory, John Ernst in second. Andrew's going to finish third, Finn in fourth, Brad Neer in fifth. Brian finishes sixth, Kevin seventh, John in eighth. Derek Raleigh's going to finish in that ninth position. Patrick Bolter Jr. in 10th. Christopher in 11th. Kenneth Stamper in a disappointing, I'm sure for him, 12th place finish. Justin in 13th. Andrew Moore finishes 14th after missing the start. Tony Burrett and 15th. Mark in 16th. And William in that 17th position. Guys, we don't ever want to forget our sponsors, so I'm going to run through them real quick. Don't forget Butt Kicker is one of the sponsors down there on the right. You got Jack Dowell Motorsports simulators for the esports scene. Then we got Warrior Reps, McCody Setup Shop, and JB Racing. Guys, as always, until next time, be safe